FOX6.com.
The news you want when you want it. Fox 6 is Fox Local. Finally tonight at 5, the Mequon Thiensville Community Foundation honors their Pillar of the Community Award recipient. Steve Peterman got the award earlier today. The foundation's board president says Peterman is an unsung hero of Mequon Thiensville for his humility, to his leadership, and commitment to service. Peterman says the community means everything to him.
After living here for 55 years and being so involved and how this community has grown and developed and become what it is today in 2025. It's gratifying. It's truly a great place to live.
Mr. Peterman says he's most proud of helping get the Riverwalk project in Mequon and Thiensville completed. Congratulations to him.
With stories that matter to you, this is Fox 6 News at 6.
Keep your hands out slowly on the ground. Do not reach for it.
Now at 6, new video out of Illinois, a wanted suspect in an ATM heist in Cedarburg. Now in cuffs, we're seeing it for the first time.
And a Milwaukee Public Schools teacher's aide remains in Milwaukee despite being told to self-deport. How the community is supporting her tonight and where her case with immigration stands.
New at 6, across the country tonight, immigration is at the center of a national debate. And part of that story, it's playing out right here in our slice of Wisconsin.
Protests are ramping up as ICE arrests and mass deportations continue gripping communities around the nation. We have team coverage tonight on a demonstration planned in Milwaukee. Bria Jones leads our newscast with that protest. And Bria, how are things on the ground tonight?
Kim, at this point, the protest just started about 5 to 10 minutes ago, officially starting at 6 o'clock, and there are already more than 100 people behind me. Just take a look. Again, they are in support of the protests that are happening in LA. They say this is an emergency protest. So again, right now, we're outside of Cathedral Square. Katie is panning around. You can see there are over 100 people at this point, maybe even 200. Very different from what I saw about 20 minutes ago when there were just about 10 to 15 people here. Some of the signs have read LA to Milwaukee, no human is illegal, and raised by immigrants. So this group here, we spoke to one of the organizers. We're told they want to stand in solidarity with immigrants who feel they are being targeted by ICE. Tonight, they are sending a very strong message. Take a listen.
What we're out here today is to stand up and to say we don't want ICE in Milwaukee, we don't want ICE in Wisconsin, we don't want to see ICE in LA where they are carrying out really unprecedented attacks on the people, and so that's why we're out here today.
And who you just heard from, that was one of the organizers for the Party for Socialism and Liberation. There are several organizations that are a part of this large protest behind me. They say that unlike what we've seen happening in Los Angeles over the last few days, they say that they plan for their demonstrations here to remain peaceful so that they can make sure that their message and their voices are heard. Now reporting live in Milwaukee, Bria Jones, Fox 6 News.
Bria, thanks. We'll check back with you later this evening. And to our other immigration story tonight, a Milwaukee Public Schools teacher's aide told by immigration officials to self-deport. But a week after that deadline, she's still in Milwaukee. Abril Preciado shows us the supports being shown for her today. Yesenia Ruano.
Kim, that's right. It's quiet right now, but just a couple of hours ago, we saw an outpour of support from the community, from students to educators, activists, and families showing up for Yesenia Ruano. Now, during the walk, we saw young students were seen holding up posters with messages saying, "I stand with Mrs. Ruano," and immigrants are welcomed here, as a crowd walked around this Southside neighborhood chanting. This comes as Ruano, who works at Alba School as a teacher's aide, faces a self-deportation order. Her attorney, Mark Christopher, tells us Ruano submitted a request to stay, asking the agency to delay the deportation until a decision is issued pending her TV's application for survivors of human trafficking. And now this is what people have to say.
We have organized to support one of our teacher aides who is beloved. She has 2 daughters here who were born in this country. We are scared that she will be deported. And as a school, as a community, we love her kids. and just for all of the other immigrants in our community. We're here to support them.
Making our voices heard during a time of fear is important in order to fight for our families' rights, the rights of our friends and our neighbors. And her attorney tells us ICE is now reviewing her stay request. And we also reached out to ICE and the Trump administration for comment. We are still waiting to hear back from them. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Abril Preciado, Fox 6 News.
Abril, thanks. New at 6, an ATM heist, a pursuit, a crash, and an arrest after an ATM in Cedarburg was robbed.
A new video shows Illinois police take down a suspect wanted in connection to it all. Christina Van Zelst live with a closer look.
Kim, this all went down back on May 20th when Cedarburg police responded to this bank called the Port Washington State Bank for an ATM robbery. And we first showed you video of that crime. Tonight, new video shows the arrest of one of the robbers in Illinois. On May 20th, in the middle of the day, Cedarburg police say 2 people approached a bank worker at the Port Washington State Bank. Police say the ATM was being serviced at the time, and the 2 people who walked up stole a bag of money, about $85,000 worth. Just a couple hours later, across state lines in Illinois, police in Lake Forest and Highland Park saw the wanted vehicle.
They bailed out of this car here. The car's wanted connection to retail theft.
Highland Park says the wanted car crashed and 4 people ran.
Do you see anyone running?
Police asked multiple people in the area if they've seen anyone.
Through the trees?
Yes. Several bystanders describe people running with the suitcase.
Like the whole thing was odd. The kid wasn't wearing shoes. It just seemed weird.
45 minutes later,
Yeah, you got him.
police find 32-year-old Javon Schofield in a wooded area.
Come out here. Come out here. Crawl here. Slowly.
Hands in knees. Put your hands down slowly on the ground. Do not reach for anything.
Not reach.
Schofield was taken into custody, wanted in connection to the ATM robbery.
Okay, so money?
Cedarburg police say Schofield is going through the federal indictment process. Police say the 3 other people they were looking for are not in custody. Reporting live in Cedarburg, Christina Van Zelst, Fox 6 News.
Hopefully they're found soon. Christina, thank you. Well, the Packers kicked off the first day of mandatory minicamp, and while there are plenty of storylines to follow, all eyes will remain on Jordan Love. Tim Van Voren joins us live from Green Bay. And Tim, will this be the summer of love?
It will be the summer of love, Ben. In so many ways, the Packers and their fans hope it'll be the fall and winter of love on the field as well. Jordan Love going into his 3rd season as the starter. Packers have high hopes because of the guy who can throw the football. Let's take a look. Well, this is one of the guys who can throw the football, firing the football, as a matter of fact. It's Matt LaFleur. It's not Jordan, it's Matt LaFleur, head coach, doing some of the drill work with the defensive backs today. He can throw it. The old college quarterback himself still likes to get out there on occasion. LaFleur, of course, will be drawing up the offensive game plans when it comes to Jordan Love and the Packers taking the field. And speaking of Mr. Love, he's throwing it out there as well. Talking about a little footwork, you know, LaFleur did the 6-step drop. Here's Jordan Love picking him up, putting him down, looking pretty good. Obviously, he had some health issues last year with the lower part of his body. The Packers are hoping that he's all good to go for the season. Love is intending to be good to go for the season, but for an event before that as well. He's following he and his fiancee Ronica's off-the-field wedding game plan.
It's been going great. You know, we have a wedding planner that's been helping us with a lot of stuff, and Ronica's been really involved with handling all this stuff, and you know, I've been weighing in on some of the things, some of the different areas, but it's been good. You know, I'm sure a couple weeks out it might pick up, get a little more hectic with it right around the corner, but it's been awesome. We're excited, we're ready for it, so excited to get that going.
Excited to get that going. We wanted to get to the issues of the day, Ben and Kim. Jordan Love there for the summer of love.
You should call Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they could have advice on wedding planners.
Exactly.
I think he had a smaller wedding than Jordan Love's planning.
Right. A party of one. All right, thanks. Caught on camera by our own Fox 6 crew.
A wild Milwaukee police chase ends in a crash and several arrests.
We saw all the police getting out and chasing them.
Why police wanted to track the car down, what they found when they did.
And suspects took a stack of cash from donation boxes at a Kenosha County Nature Center. New video showing this heartless crime.
And it's a little chilly out here on the weather deck. The wind coming in off the lake tonight. Oh, but just wait. We're turning up the heat tomorrow. I'll have your Fox 6 forecast coming up.
We're back now with a police chase that ended with a crash and multiple arrests in Milwaukee. It's nutty. Surveillance video. Look at the top of your screen. Shows the chaos. 25th and Lisbon. The car lost control, hits the tree. Police say 5 people get out. They start running from officers in all different directions. All of them were arrested. Police say this began on the city's east side. Officers spotted a suspect wanted in connection with a shooting in a car. The driver of the car led police on a chase. Neighbors describe what all unfolded in front of them.
We was walking, going home, and we just saw a car, like a big truck, and there's a police behind it. We came in the intersection, and we just started running. Obviously, I thought I got hit. I fell.
The people arrested, they're all teenagers, ages 15 to 18 years old. They all went to the hospital. Police say they found several guns inside the car, and the Kia used in that chase, that was stolen.
Remember the damage to a home after a 38-hour-long standoff in Ozaukee County? Neighbors say it's a day they will never forget. Police say it started at a home near Fox Glen in Partridge in Fredonia last month. A man was reported playing loud music and firing gunshots. The sheriff's office says once police showed up, the man barricaded himself inside and made threats to kill law enforcement. They blasted a fire hose into his home, which caused the suspect to surrender.
That's 37-year-old Matthew Novak on your screen. That's the man charged. This is video of his initial court appearance last month. Odd behavior. It's this behavior paired with the standoff that prompted the judge to order a mental evaluation to determine if Novak is competent to stand trial.
And tonight, we're learning new details on that evaluation in court today. The medical report was read with a doctor finding that Novak is incompetent. That report is now being challenged by Novak's attorney. The judge ordered a competency hearing where the doctor will appear. That will be in August.
Cash from a donation box is missing at Kenosha County's nature center in Kenosha County.
And for a nonprofit relying on donations, this really hits hard. Why staff believe one person targeted the money.
New tonight, a Kenosha County Nature Center says early this month it was targeted 4 times, and video shows a man coming to the property multiple times at midnight. Staff says he came to steal. This happened at Hawthorne Hollow Nature Sanctuary and Arboretum. Staff at the nonprofit say the man stole from their donation boxes. They say they still don't have a total of what was taken. The executive director says big or small, it's still a tough hit.
Very surprising, unbelievable that this would happen at a nonprofit. But, he must have needed the money. I don't know.
The executive director says the sheriff's department did catch and arrest the man days later. Meanwhile, he's asking the community to keep supporting them through donations in person and online. Let's take a live look at American Family Field. The Brewers are preparing to take on the Atlanta Braves at home tonight. First pitch coming in about 25 minutes from now. But before the game, we want to tell you about a special race coming up at the stadium. The Sausages are about to dominate the 27th annual 5K and 10K. The Brewers Community Foundation, along with the Racing Sausages, made a stop at Fisher House today. They provided meals for families staying in that home, and it's also helping raise awareness ahead of the race.
We've been donating to Fisher House, the beneficiary of the race, along with a newly signed on VA hospital. So we're really proud to be here raising money for 2 really important organizations and having a great time.
Fox 6 is a proud sponsor of the famous Racing Sausages 5K and 10K run and walk. That race kicks off July 19th at American Family Field. To view the link for the registration, head to fox6now.com and sign up.
Do we live in Milwaukee or like New Delhi, India? Did you see the Miller? Well, I almost said it, guys. The American Family Field
I'm glad
video.
I'm not the only one.
Where's the no smoking sign?
I know. It's just like in a valley.
Yeah, the wildfire smoke today has been thick. Good news is, though, it's starting to move out. It's chilly out here on the weather deck. We were at 73 in Milwaukee just 2 hours ago, and then we dropped 9 degrees in 1 hour. The wind's coming in off the lake out of the southeast tonight. Look at this. We're down to 63, down a full 10 degrees in the last 2 hours now with an easterly wind in place. Dew points are in the lower 50s. Air pressure looking good. But again, we hit 73 for a high in Milwaukee today. Mid-60s Sheboygan and Fond du Lac. That's not so much the lake. That is more the pesky clouds that stuck around today in our northern communities. Burlington 76, you see the cool down now getting closer in our lakeshore communities. Everybody will drop into the 50s to low 60s overnight tonight. Dew points, meanwhile, goes up tomorrow to 60, dropping a little bit Thursday and going back up on Friday. All right, so here's what's going on temperature-wise. Look at the difference here. 63 Milwaukee, 77 Chicago, 84 Des Moines, 91 for a current temperature in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That air is heading in our direction. And yes, we are all going to be in the mid to possibly upper 80s for highs tomorrow. Here comes the heat and humidity, well, for one day only for tomorrow. You can see those clouds that have now cleared Sheboygan, but yeah, they were sticking around today in addition to that wildfire smoke, both of which now are moving out of the area. So clear skies tonight, and that's good news because we have a full strawberry moon in our southern skies late this evening after 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Continuing overnight, it'll be somewhat low in our southern sky. It's not going to be overhead, but it will be lower in our southern sky late tonight. So if you're up late, check that out. Otherwise, we do have a chance for some thunderstorms tomorrow night. Marginal risk for severe weather in parts of the area, really Milwaukee and points to the south and west. Doesn't look like a huge deal, though. Maybe some wind or hail with some of the storms, but not too concerned about that given the time frame now of this coming through. So let's take a look at Sky Vision Plus. We'll take you through hour by hour. And tonight, really a beautiful one. Temperatures, again, dropping through the 60s as we head throughout the night. Breezy, warm, and humid. On the way for our Wednesday, west-southwesterly winds, partly cloudy skies in place, and highs in the 80s. Now, the wind is going to turn off the lake again early tomorrow evening, so kind of like we've had tonight, right along the lakeshore. Expect a pretty significant drop, probably between 6 and 8 p.m. tomorrow night as that wind changes direction. But again, most of the day, it's going to be a warm and humid one. Tonight, we could drop into the 50s, especially near the lake for a time, but I think right around 60 by sunrise tomorrow morning, and then a quick warm up. We're in the 70s by 9. Look at lunchtime, right around 80, mid to upper 80s for highs in most areas tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be a warm one for us. Then we cool things down on Thursday, mid 60s to around 70. No all-day rains here. It will be scattered, though, scattered off and on thunderstorms Thursday and Friday, and then 60s and low 70s Saturday, and more 60s and 70s on Sunday. That's the latest from here. Back to you inside.
Tom, thanks. The Brewers made a move to bolster their pitching staff. They're calling up one of the hardest throwing pitchers in baseball.
The Miz, it's finally happening. And the Packers look to move from Pro Bowl corner Jair Alexander. How did they look on the first day of mandatory minicamp? Tim Van Voren brings us a live report from Green Bay next in Fox 6 Sports.
You're watching Fox 6 Sports with Sports Director Tim Van Voren.
Hey there, hello, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Feels kind of like, I don't know, September outside Lambeau Field. Packers' first training camp practice will be July 23rd. It'll be warmer by then, you know. Right now, it's mandatory minicamp. Let's take a look at the guys today as they get ready to get out on the field for the first time. 3 public days this week for the mandatory minicamp in terms of the media being able to take a look at them as they are rolling through. Big Jair Alexander release yesterday, so the Packers are moving on without him in the locker room, without him on the football field. What does that mean at the cornerback group? Well, one guy is getting a look there is Bo Melton. You say, isn't Bo Melton a wide receiver? Well, yes, but isn't the second pick in the whole draft this year Travis Hunter, a two-way player?
It's going to be pretty fluid, I would say. You know, I kind of presented it to him, and I know obviously there's a lot of attention with Hunter down there in Jacksonville, what he's doing, and we just kind of presented it to him, and he said he was up for the challenge.
Well, another guy up for the challenge, different stage of his career, Aaron Rodgers, now a Pittsburgh Steeler. He talks to the media for the first time today in Pittsburgh. He's also out there on the field at their mandatory minicamp wearing number 8. So no, it's not number 12, Terry Bradshaw in Pittsburgh. Number 8, Aaron Rodgers, who the Packers will see in Week 8 in Pittsburgh. Brewers tonight at home against the Atlanta Braves. That's coming back off a not a real pretty game last night. Easy win for the Braves, who had Chris Sale pitching. Brewer pitching roster move today. Easton McGee is back up from the minors. Grant Williams goes to the minors. And a roster move that should become official tomorrow. Let's take a look at who's coming aboard. He's the top prospect in the Brewers farm system, one of the top prospects in all of baseball, Jacob Mizorowski. He throws it over 100 miles per hour. Command is a bit of a question mark as he got his career together, but he's been terrific this year for the Nashville Sounds at AAA. He's coming up, and he should start Thursday against the St. Louis Cardinals. One other baseball note for you. We're going college baseball now, and congratulations to Murray State. Gets all the way to the College World Series. Murray State, what in the world? They're there at the College World Series. And on that roster, Will Verling, catcher from Homestead High School. So a neat honor for him going to Omaha with that team is kind of a Cinderella. By the way, one of the other teams at the College World Series, Ben and Kim, is Louisville. And Will Verling started his college career at Louisville before transferring to Murray State. So a lot of interesting stuff as those teams get to Omaha. The Murray State nickname is the Racers, just in case you didn't have that one ready. The Racers.
I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. Good for them. Off to Omaha.
All right.
Pretty cool.
Brewers are playing at home tonight. I saw the roof was open. What about that haze, though?
Yeah, it's getting better, actually. Tonight, there's a nice breeze coming in off the lake. So we're looking good, I think, tonight, Kim and Ben. Oh, tomorrow, we're turning up the heat. 86 for a high. We'll have more on that and our thunderstorm chances tonight at 9 and 10.
We'll see you then. See you at 9.